Hey guys, thank you for joining me. Those of you that are subscribers, thank you, and anyone who is new to stopping by my channel, the name is Breaking Burke. It is what locals call Albuquerque is Burke. Some people say Albuquerque, others say Burke, depending on how well you can roll your R, I guess. I do have a Rose of Sharon or a hardy hibiscus. This is a woody one. They are deciduous and they will lose their leaves in the fall. Here it does come back as an annual or perennial. Sorry, got distracted. They do self-seed pretty easily, so I like to keep them cleaned up as far as deadheading, and it does help promote more blooms. I do keep mine trimmed. That does make the flowers on them bigger, a little bit bigger, not like huge. It's not like swamp hibiscus by any means, but they do get bigger and they are a little more heat tolerant from trimming them. So I like to keep them as standards, or a couple that I have in my yard, because I don't have much space and I do like a lot of plants. This one did get away from me. You can see here on the stalk I let it do that intentionally. I've been thinking of starting my channel for a while, and I did a lot of research and checked to see what people were into and how I could possibly give people some assistance with something they might have. Now, you might remember I did show a video on how to trim something into a standard. This is a standard that got away from us. So what we really have to do here is, the globe on top looks fine. There is a little bit of lopsidedness, but it has been growing against the fence, so ain't much I can do about that. You can see here on the trunk of the tree there are quite a bit of offshoots. We're just gonna do it real time, nothing fancy with editing or anything. It's not me. Now you can see here's a great example of what you should be taking off. You shouldn't be taking off stems. You should, once you see a bud coming out of a node like that, just go through, wipe it off. You can use pruners if you like, but they do come off pretty easy if you don't let them harden off. That's the correct way to be doing this, but not everyone's got a couple hours a day to come, or a couple hours a week, whatever it takes. Some grow faster than others. Some, once you trim them, you're done. You won't have to come out here and maintenance them. It all just depends on the plant, I guess. You can see this is a pretty quick process. Nothing too crazy. I didn't let it get too out of control, but there's a couple there I can just wipe off. And that's about what it should look like. I didn't see this one down here, but it's still connected. So give me a second. Pretty straightforward. If you want a single trunk tree, it's going to take a little bit of work, especially if you're growing it as a standard, and it could be a bush, a vine, whatever. Let me back up a bit so I don't have to do so much panning up and down. You can see it is a little crooked and will need staking. There was a post next to it, and that's why it grew pushed out. I removed the post this fall and forgot to stake the tree. I should have done that before it hardened, because it would have helped. But you can see it's a nice standard. It's actually about, let's see, 5 foot tall before it starts to branch out. So it's a nice size hibiscus tree. I don't see very many of them around here, especially not trained into trees. They are becoming a little more popular as landscaping plants. I've seen the city go around and replace a lot of the stuff that needed too much water and wasn't really for here with some desert hardy stuff, which is nice. So really pretty plant to have. Like I said before, keeping things as a standard is some work, so make sure it's something you want to do. Thank you for watching, and hope this helped you on how I keep my trees looking like trees that aren't supposed to be.